The municipal budget is designed to pay for the services and infrastructure residents, businesses, and visitors rely on. It is important to note that some portions of the property tax bill are not controlled by town council. Within the property tax bill, there are multiple components. Some are controlled by the town, such as the municipal line, others where there is some control, that being things like the RCMP. Council can request additional services, meaning additional staff, but the costs attributable to a staff member are outside their control. And there are things that the town has no control over, such as the school portion, where the province simply gives us the bill, and we must collect on their behalf and submit the funds back to them. The line items that are highlighted in red are those the town has limited or no control over. The 2024 figures shown on this slide were those that Council previously approved. In effect, if all the other components come in exactly the same as what they were last year, the overall property tax percentage increase previously approved was 13.6%. Over the next few months, these entities will provide us with their bills, and this chart will be filled out. It is important to note that the monthly increase amount is based on a typical home assessed at $720,500 for the 2023 tax year. Throughout the presentation and in other publicly made information, this is what was and is used. Homes that have a higher assessed value will realize the same percentage increase, so the dollar amount will be higher. Those with a lower dollar value will see a lower dollar tax increase number. It is also important to note that things will change once the new assessed values are provided and the tax rates applied to them. But that is another whole topic that is not going to be discussed today. I encourage you to visit the BC Assessment website to learn more about the assessed value and also how your assessment impacts your taxes. Our current practice is to also collect the user fees as part of the property tax notice. As you have heard, this is where a majority of the previously approved increases were. Including utility fees as part of the property tax bill is something that will change fairly soon. Over the next few months, administration will be working to bill separately for utilities. No decisions have been made as far as a rate structure that would accompany the installation of water meters, nor how often the billing will occur, meaning monthly, bi-monthly, or quarterly. In addition, no research or decisions have been made on the rate structure, meaning what will be the fixed cost per month versus what will be the variable rate based on usage. All these decisions have yet to be made. From a utility bill perspective, the increase is a flat amount regardless of the assessed value of your home. Back to the municipal budget. Municipal council is the governing body. They set the strategic direction, bylaws, policies, and the budget. Administration provides information and recommendations to ensure that council is informed so that they can ultimately make the decision that they feel is right for the community. Administration's role is then to take these council decisions and put them into action. Even if administration does not agree, what council directs or approves, that is what we are to do. I often hear that the mayor makes the decisions on what happens or what gets approved in a budget and other things. This is not correct. The mayor has one vote. The mayor has the exact same powers as any councillor. Any decision requires the majority of council. In most cases, that means 3 members of council must have said yes. In the case of water issues, the water councillors also have a vote. The budget process did not start on August 15th, when council provided the general direction of the budget, or when the public hearing was held on September 12th. It started over a year ago. Throughout the year, various topics were presented to council. Council established a council priorities chart and infrastructure strategy, and they reviewed various reports done by professionals on the state of our infrastructure, including water and sewer. Governing a multi-million-dollar corporation is complex, and there are many pressures. Council has spent hundreds of hours reviewing and discussing material, and ultimately, based on the information provided and their discussions with the public, they make a decision on what is in the best interest of all. But again, it is the majority of council that forms a decision, not any one councillor or the mayor. Now we will get into the budget itself. The budget has many components. The operating budget for all town operations. We have the capital budget for all town operations. Then we have the water utility operating, which also includes the potable system and the agricultural irrigation system. We have the water utility capital budget, which includes both the potable system and the agricultural irrigation system. Then we have the sewer utility operating budget, and finally, the sewer utility capital budget. So what is the difference between operating and capital budgets? Operating budgets are for things that are consumed as a typical day-to-day expense. This includes things like salaries, training, fuel, insurance, paper, utility costs for our buildings, and cleaning supplies. In a household, it would be similar things, as well as food, babysitting expenses, haircuts, and the internet. The capital budget includes bigger ticket items that have a longer age life. This includes things like roof replacements, repaving of roads, replacement of vehicles, building of trails, streetlight replacements, public washrooms, water plants, and replacing a water line. In your household, it would be things like your vehicle, replacing your fence, or maybe your heating system. These are things that usually take some additional financial planning to address as they are bigger ticket items.